Hello, once again, and welcome to Marlins in the Morning. My name is Kyle Cruzy, and once again, unfortunately, some poor news to report on in terms of what happened in the Marlins game. 5 games, 5 losses. The Marlins fall 7-4 in this one to the Angels. Series opener. 0-5, the worst start in franchise history. If I sound down, it hurts me. I'll admit, grew up a Marlins fan. I'm naturally upset as you are. Yeah, a rough day. Everything seeming to go wrong after another good start for the Marlins. They've blown now a 3-run lead, a 4-run lead, and a 5-run lead, and we are 5 games into this thing. Um, yeah, it was a gorgeous start. In fact, the first four batters for the Marlins all came around to score. Um, Frankly, for the second straight day, I don't really want to talk about this game. Um, it was an ugly one. If you really want a ton of information on this one, here is the win probability chart. Uh, that is very dark blue towards the Marlins side early on in the ball game, and then the home run started coming. Actually, it was a home run by first. It was a double. Actually, Taylor Ward got on and moved him over. It was all home runs to cut the lead from 4-0 to tie back up at 4. Um, Outside of the Taylor Ward double, and he was just move him over, drive him in kind of situation. He got on first. Mike Trout hit a home run, and then he hit another home run, and his second home run went about as far as I've ever seen a baseball go at Lone Depot Park. It came in as the fifth longest home run behind one of Avi's when he was still on the Rays, and three of Giancarlo Stanton's around 2015. All in all, though, I think we're gonna try to keep this one short. Tough way to go. The bullpen just not good. Max Meyer put together a fantastic start, and I think that's the one thing that hurts the most. He goes 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. One of those, the Mike Trout home run. Walked a couple in his last inning, and then gets out of the jam. 4 strikeouts. He only threw 79 pitches. Of course, Meyer had that one not great start in his MLB debut, and then got hurt in his second appearance. I want to say it was against Pittsburgh, and then Tommy John surgery. Finally making his return today. Looked great. Felt like he was going to get the win, and things were going to kind of pick up with Luzardo coming tomorrow, and uh, and then just nothing great from the bullpen. George Soriano comes in, gives up a home run to lead things off, and then the Trout bomb to tie it up at 4. Um, in the ninth inning, things got even worse. They had already taken the lead. The Angels did in the eighth. As you can tell, I don't really want to talk about this game in great depth. Ron's did a nice job in the eighth inning. There were 3 straight walks. I believe that was Tanner Scott in the eighth who walked the bases loaded to start the inning, and then was able to find his way out of the jam. No hits in the inning. Got a nice ground ball to third. Honestly, he might have been able to get out of it entirely, but Luis Arraez bobbled the ball at second base, trying to come home with it with nobody out. He ended up having to go to first. Berger made a nice play throwing home to cut down the runner there after that, and then got out of the jam on another grounder to Berger, in fact. Um, but yeah, the ninth inning comes a leadoff triple from Logan O'Hope. I hope I'm saying that right. Um, uh, Leadoff triple on a ball to left field. Nick Gordon was playing very much in. Looked like he took a bad angle of the ball, and then crashes hard into the wall. He was all right, which was probably the best news of the night overall. It looked like a pretty scary collision with the base of that wall out there in left center field. Ended up a triple. That run came across to score. They tag on another on a balk from Birch Smith, who came in with 2 outs. It was a little odd. Strikeout from Anthony Bender had the ninth inning. Strikeout from Bender. I did want to make this note. He had that sweeper working. It seemed like he was kind of getting back in the swing of things after the leadoff triple, and then he gets an out, and then gets a strikeout of it was Rendon at the top of the order, and then he gets pulled. Bert Smith comes in, 20 pitches for Bender. I'm guessing that Skip wants to use him tomorrow. Um, with how this bullpen's been depleted, you can understand pulling a guy like that. Bert Smith comes in, immediate walk, and then a balk with Mike Trout at the plate. Just can't have that sort of thing. There were runners in the corners at that point. After runner stole second base, he then throws a wild pitch over Mike Trout's head. Later in the at bat, I'm going to say not a great outing from Bert Smith. But yeah, here we are, 0-5, worst start in Marlins history. After three straight 1-4 starts, now at 0-5. Alas, this is the point we're at in the Marlins season. The big story, I think, is going to be once again this year double plays. They set a franchise record last year, and the roster is constructed in such a way that guys like Josh Bell and guys like Jake Berger, who had a pair of them the night, and Bell had the other one in the ninth inning, they're going to grind a double plays. That's 10 now in 5 games, two per game. They had just under one per game and set a franchise record last year. Obviously, um, they're not going to ground into 324 double plays, um, but a lot of rally killers. Luis Ariz is a bright spot. Didn't intend to keep it this short, but I think we're going to. Luis Ariz, a bright spot in this game. He goes walk, walk, single, single. That is as good as you can ask, and about what we come to expect out of Luis Ariz. I could be wrong about that third single. I know he got on every single time up. Nonetheless, great day from Luis Ariz. He's back to the Mendoza line after a really poor first series against Pittsburgh. Um, he's back in his groove. He looked like Luis Ariz at the plate, the early season MVP candidate we saw last year. Outside of that, everybody had a hit except for Christian Bethencourt in the starting lineup. Avi Garcia pinch hit for him and was unable to get on base. Um, no boos that I could hear on the broadcast or in any video that anybody posted. I think we posted one. Um, Interesting note, you know, we're at the stage of the season where I feel like the boos are going to come out on every double play. I think we heard some the Josh Bell double play, but it's about as disastrous of a start as you can have. The Marlins have now blown three major leads. Whether or not you look at it as, you know, a lead blown, whether you're up early or you come back from down 7-0 and cut it to 7-4, mentally, that gets to guys, that gets to the clubhouse, that gets to the fans especially, and the sentiments showing from the fans. And I'd be surprised if we didn't see over the next couple days, if the Marlins aren't able to turn it around, those same sentiments coming from the dugout and from post game comments and just overall in the clubhouse. You're 5 games in. If you look at it like a football game or like a football season, you're still at halftime. I guess they extended the season to 17 games last year, a couple years ago, so that doesn't quite work as well anymore. But you get the idea. It's early. 5 games, still a long way to go, but not on the trajectory that many Marlins fans hoped for early in the season. They got to chase Silseth early on. 4 runs, everything felt really good. By the way, shout out Mike Trout. I mean, I want to gloss over it, but just crushed that baseball. That second home run. I mean, you rarely see balls go. It actually hit. Um, there's that Marlins logo out in left center field. I don't know if they changed the name from Auto Nation Alley. Uh, I think it's still Auto Nation Alley. Anyway, it hit the roof next to that Marlins logo. For those of you that play MLB The Show, you know it's impossible to hit it out there. Uh, and for those of you that have watched Marlins baseball, you've never seen a ball go past that logo in the air. That was pretty impressive stuff. And Mike Trout with two long balls today, one to cut into the lead, one to take the lead, and then yeah, Angels win it 7-4. It's an Angels team that got blown out a couple times by the Orioles before salvaging the series, avoiding a sweep. And they come to Miami and do what the Pirates did. Very similar manner. Marlins get an early lead and unable to come through. Uh, Not much to write home about besides Luis Arraez and Max Meyer. Uh, the good news is there's a game tomorrow. Um, Luzardo's back on the mound. You hope and you sort of expect Luzardo right now, kind of your ace, to come out and do Luzardo things. And if he could go 6 innings, I know it's early in the season. You don't want to ask too much out of guys. If he can get in deep to this ball game, wouldn't be surprised if the Marlins pitch him a little more. And that you ask more in his second start than his first start, but it might be significantly more than I think even Skip wanted to with the way this bullpen is looking. Um, yeah, not much positive right now. There will be positives. The season will continue and things will get better. The Marlins will not go 0-162. I'll put $10 on it right now. If we're 0-20, I didn't write anything down. I didn't sign anything, and you can't you can't hold me to that. Uh, Tyler Anderson on the mound for the Angels tomorrow. Bottom of the rotation for LA. Top of the rotation for Miami. This is a scenario when a team plays a shorter series to open the season, um, and a team plays a 4-game series like Miami. Uh, Ideally, that second game, you got your ace. They got their number 5 guy. Marlins should be able to take care of business tomorrow. It's a loss tomorrow, and now we're starting to talk about the wheels falling off early in this season. Um, Maybe it was just an April Fool's joke. 5 games in, Marlins are 0-5. Their worst start in franchise history. A 3-run loss today. I think that makes it a -17 run differential, which we have had slightly worse through 5 games. So if you're looking at that, not all bad, I guess. But yeah, poor start for Miami. We'll have Nick tomorrow break down Luzardo's second start compared to his first start. I'm hoping more of the analytic side of things with Nick Esposito. Ethan Bernstein at the game tonight took care of social media. I should give him a round of applause. If you guys at home can give him a round of applause at least, I'd feel a little awkward doing it myself. But he came back. He came back and performed a little bit on the old Twitter at least, or X. Yeah, not much else to talk about. No on this day today. We're gonna save it for tomorrow. That's kind of the vibe right now. Rough day, rough start for the Marlins. Um, yeah, not much else to say. Hopefully, we can turn things around and have some more exciting, fun baseball to talk about. But yeah, right now it's what can I say? I'm not happy. These guys probably aren't happy. I know you're not happy if you're watching this, unless you're here as an Angels fan to make fun. In which case, I don't know why. That's rude. We're the Marlins. Don't come at us. Come on, man. Yeah, that's all I got for Marlins in the morning. Um, I am Kyle Cruzy, no Ethan Bernstein, no Nick Esposito. We make it Nick back tomorrow. We will have a series recap all together. I'll be here tomorrow though, and yeah, thank you, and go fish.